My name is Carolyn Pierce, and at 67, I believed I had already lived through the worst pain life could offer, losing my husband, Mark. But grief has a way of teaching you that heartbreak doesn't end with death. Sometimes it begins with betrayal. I live on the quiet outskirts of Boise, Idaho, in the cedar-scented home Mark and I spent 40 years building together. Every creak in the floor, every framed photo, every rustling pine outside the window carries a memory of the life we shaped. After Mark passed, this home became my sanctuary, my last connection to the man who made me feel seen. And then there was Tracy, my daughter-in-law, a woman wrapped in charm, ambition, and a thin layer of disdain she thought I couldn't detect. She smiled at me often, but her eyes always told a different story, cold, calculating, watching. I tried, for the sake of my son Ethan, to welcome her with warmth, but I never imagined she would turn my grief into an opportunity. A few months after Mark's funeral, Ethan gently said we needed to locate his father's will. I agreed, even though my hands trembled at the thought. I opened the wooden lockbox Mark always used, yet the envelope that once sat neatly inside was gone. I tore through drawers, shelves, files, breathless, dizzy, hoping it was simply misplaced. But when I told Ethan, he looked stunned and Tracy looked prepared. With practiced calm, she said, "Maybe he never finalized it. If there's no will, everything gets divided. That's fair." Her smile didn't reach her eyes. Within days, she began circling me like a hawk, suggesting retirement condos, talking about fresh starts, dropping hints about selling the house. She even scheduled tour without asking, acting as though my home was already hers to manage. But she underestimated me. Grief doesn't always weaken a woman. Sometimes it sharpens her instincts. One Sunday, Tracy made her mistake. She left her guarded black laptop bag on my dining table while taking a call outside. The zipper was slightly open. Inside, I spotted a familiar manila envelope, edges worn, handwriting unmistakably Mark's. My heart stopped. I pulled it out, held it for a breath, then slid it right back inside. Instead of rage, a cold clarity washed over me. This fight wasn't won with screaming, only with truth. That evening, I made certified copies and took the original to Mark's attorney, who confirmed everything. Mark left the house, assets, and accounts solely to me. I didn't confront Tracy. I became calm, so calm it rattled her. The more peaceful I grew, the more her mask cracked. She muttered bitter things when she thought I wasn't listening. She snapped at Ethan. She spiraled under the weight of her own lies. Then one night, Ethan arrived holding the will he found hidden in her dresser. Tears filled his eyes as he apologized for ever doubting me. He walked out on her that same night. Today, my home is warm again. Ethan and I cook, talk, and heal. Tracy is left with her own conscience, while I live with something far greater than revenge, peace. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe.